Happy Friday, HMS 7. It's great to see everybody back in the building. We're back here on a Friday, ready to close this week out strong, knocking out some picture day and all that other good stuff. At this time, I'd like you to turn and stare at your neighbor without talking. Now I would like you to tell your neighbor the thing you're most looking forward to today. Go. 3 claps on me. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully some positive things you're looking forward to today. The thing that I'm most looking forward to today is seeing you guys in classrooms working hard and working with your teachers. Definitely looking forward to that. Again, we'll continue to focus on those 7 habits of highly effective teenagers each and every day. Again, the one for the month of September is to be proactive. It creates the leader within inside of you. Again, in order to change things around you that you want to see get better, you first have to change yourself. The best way to change yourself is by being proactive. And by being proactive, you can have all of these other habits and skills fall into line. Again, as we talked on a little bit on Wednesday, that win-win philosophy of helping other people out, that's a proactive philosophy. If you see somebody in need and you help them out, that's a win for them and it's a win for you because you're being proactive. Today, we talked about a lot of historical figures. Today, we're going to talk about Felicitas and Gonzalo Mendez. These are probably 2 individuals that you have never heard of before. They exemplify that idea of being proactive. Felicitas Mendez was from Puerto Rico. Her family moved to the United States in the 1930s and 40s. She took a job working in the fields, the farm fields in California in the 1940s, and then she met her husband, Gonzalo Mendez. The Mendezes worked their way up from poverty. They ended up owning a piece of land at some point. They opened up a restaurant and continued to work within a community in Southern California. The Mendezes, however, were frustrated about the segregation that was going on in California in the 1940s. They eventually decided to try to send their children to a public school in Westminster School in Southern California. They sent their children there. They went there to enroll. They were turned away because of the color of their skin and because of the fact that they were Hispanic. Instead of saying, I give up, I don't want to try again, the Mendezes decided to stay and fight. They didn't believe it was right for people of the races to be separated in school and things of that nature, so they fought, and they eventually got their case picked up by the Supreme Court. In 1946, through the effort of the Mendez family and the other Hispanic families located in Southern California, the Supreme Court made a ruling long before the most famous ruling that came out of Kansas, Brown versus Board of Education. In Westminster versus Mendez in 1946, California became the first state, let me hear this again, the first state in the United States to desegregate their public schools. This was all through the actions of the Mendez family, who didn't take no for an answer. They didn't take segregation and racist policies for an answer. They were proactive. I would like you now at this point to turn and talk to your neighbor about why this family is an example of what it means to be proactive and why this family is a symbol of why it's important to be proactive. I'll give you 30 seconds to talk to a neighbor about why the Mendez family represents the idea of being proactive. All right, 3 claps on me. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you came up with some great ideas on how the Mendez family represents that symbol or that idea of being proactive. But most importantly, they took control of their own lives. And they did that by taking control of their own lives. They were able to set a precedent that desegregated public schools in California and would eventually lead to the Brown decision in 1954 coming out of Kansas. A friendly reminder to continue working on your own personal goals of being proactive, your own personal challenges you're trying to face. Because again, you got to change what's inside you before you can change the world around you in those areas that you want to work on. Please continue to fill out those goal sheets. Speaking of being proactive, we really need to do a better job of working on Kafudi. Kafudi stands for keep your hands, feet, and all other objects to yourself. Repeat that to a neighbor. Keep your hands, feet, and all other objects to yourself. Again, we got to be more proactive about not touching each other in inappropriate ways, hitting each other, pushing each other, things of that nature. It's all right to say positive things to people, but please make sure we take a proactive approach to doing what you're supposed to do, and also being where you're supposed to be. Being to class on time, being good with your classmates, not touching them, not doing things of that nature. Let's continue to do a good job of getting that cleaned up. And with that said, it is Friday, and we've got a special Fun Friday competition for you. This time, I'm going to get up there and try to do as many push-ups as I possibly can. Whatever number I put up in my cinematographer back here filming will get a good count. Whatever number I put up, if you think you can beat it, ask your teacher if they're all right for you to show your classmates a number that they can beat. So if you could beat my number, I'll come around and reward you. So at this time, you're in for a real treat, which is Mr. Henry doing some push-ups up here.
$20, $30, $40.
40 is your number right there. You can see I'm gassed, I'm out of breath. You have the advantage because I gave you a number to beat. If you can beat 40, we'll come around and reward you with a prize for beating Mr. Henry in our Fun Friday push-up competition. I'm out of breath. I love you guys. TGIF, let's have a great day. Can't wait to see you around.